I, Douglas Ducote, an American patriot by the grace of God, do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America from enemies foreign and especially domestic. I, Douglas Ducote, an American patriot by the grace of God, do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America from enemies foreign and especially domestic.
Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello, Patriots. And just like that, the long-awaited bombshell emails and files of what the witnesses of Jeffrey Epstein had to say about Donald Trump have just been released by the Democrats in the House. And the liberals and Democrat operatives that swore would finally expose President Trump, his ties to Jeffrey Epstein, having sex with underage girls, turns out to be absolutely nothing. What the emails actually show is that Trump cut ties with Epstein, kicked him out of his circle, and that Epstein was bitter about it. So much for the narrative that they've been trying to spin and distract us with. Now, just wait. The liberal media, and especially YouTube keyboard warriors, will spend the next few days twisting themselves into knots, trying to spin this into something it's not. Because when they can't attack Trump with facts, they distract from his real accomplishments over the past year. The Democrat leadership in Washington, D.C., and the liberals of our society that are anti-Trump and full of Trump derangement syndrome are nothing but horrible, mean-spirited, pissed off at the world, never happy, subhuman freaks of nature. And it's already started. For instance, let's take a look at what CNN just put up. Epstein mentioned Trump multiple times in private emails. New release show. What did the AP say, the anti-Trumpers? Trump spent hours with victims at Epstein's house, emails allege. The White House responds. And how about Never Trumpers, MSNBC, newly disclosed Epstein emails complicate matters for Donald Trump. No, this doesn't complicate matters for Donald Trump. Unlike all the keyboard warriors on YouTube, and unlike CNN and MSNBC and the AP, I actually took the time to read the emails that were released. And as many of you know, all along, I've been following every single release of Epstein files that have come out of Congress. I've been reading through them all, and there is absolutely zero evidence that Donald J. Trump was involved in anything to do with underage girls, whether it was sex trafficking them with Jeffrey Epstein or having sex with them with Jeffrey Epstein. The emails do clearly show that Epstein is pissed off that Trump kicked him out of his circle. And we know Trump has admitted that he was friends with Jeffrey Epstein for several years. And then when he found out about Jeffrey Epstein's escapades with underage kids, he didn't want anything to do with him. And Jeffrey Epstein even tried to go behind Donald Trump's back and take women that work for Trump to get to come over to his side and work for him. And Trump said no more. and hasn't had a relationship with the man in many, many years. But that didn't stop the Democrats up in Washington, D.C., in the House and in the Senate, and the liberal anti-Trumpers across our society, hell-bent on Donald Trump's in the Epstein files. Well, common sense would tell you that if Donald Trump was in the Epstein files, when the Democrats had control of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, the House, the Senate, the FBI, Department of Justice, they would have released those files to stop Trump from becoming president again. But they didn't, because they knew there was nothing there. And now that the Democrats have been made to look like fools, at least the leadership of the Democrat Party, the Schumers, the Cory Bookers, the Hakeem Jeffries, because their shutdown of the government failed miserably, they've got nothing else to show. And now they release all these emails. That's the nail in the coffin of Donald Trump. And what it actually shows, it actually shows victim after victim being interviewed and asked point blank, did you ever see Donald Trump involved with any of the girls that Jeffrey Epstein was involved with when it came to having sex with minors? And they all said the exact same thing. Never. No, we did not. And the emails that are, so explosive, proving the point that Donald Trump is a pedophile, is absolutely a nothing burger once again. But we're going to have to listen to the liberals and the Democrats spread false information and try and twist this into something that it is absolutely not, like they've been trying to do since Donald Trump was elected again. During the 4 years that they had control of everything, and they were trying every way they could to stop Donald Trump from being elected president, and this bombshell of the Epstein files that they had control of. In fact, the only person that stood in the way of it being released was Chuck Schumer himself. And why? Because Bill Clinton was all over them. So now we have the Democrats and the liberal media, especially the liberal keyboard warriors on YouTube that happen to have way more followers than I do. Some of them have millions. Spinning this into something it is not. So I challenge them. Don't sit there and spew bullshit. Read the emails. Read the transcripts of the interviews of the victims. Read all the stuff that's been released by the courts, by the judges, by the House, by the Senate, and then and only then, speak your mind. Because until then, you have absolutely zero credibility. There are many, many things that you can say about Donald J. Trump that's legit, that's negative. Trust me. But this isn't one of them. So why continue barking up this tree? I don't understand. It's because you have nothing else. Nothing. Zero. You have nothing. And your party is imploding, self-imploding. The Democrat Party, as we knew it, is over with. And now it's a last-ditch effort. It's sinking faster than the Titanic did. And they're throwing all the lifeboats out there that they possibly can to try and do anything to damage Donald Trump and distract you, the American people, away from all the accomplishments that Donald Trump has done in the past year. Because they're against anything Donald Trump does. If Donald Trump was actually filmed video of him walking across water like Jesus Christ did in the Bible, they would say, well, it just proves that Trump can't swim. That's how stupid they are. So tell all your liberal friends out there and your Democrat friends that are all over this right now, read the damn emails and read what was released or shut the fuck up. That's it. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope you will tune in tomorrow night for another live episode of the Douglas Ducote Show, where we talk more in depth about today's release of these bombshell. There it is. We got him. Put the nail in the coffin. Or they're going to spin that just like they did the government shutdown, trying to tell everybody that it was the Republicans that shut the government down, when we all knew it was not. The Republicans all voted yes to keep the government open. The Democrats all voted no to keep the government open, but they continue to stand in front of the camera and lie their ass off continuously and blame it on the Republicans. That's how sick these bastards are. How sad. The Democrat Party that I once used to be a proud member of is a damn joke. Take care, my friends, and I will see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Time for another live episode of the Douglas Ducote Show, and I hope you will join me.